Are you at an important crossroad of your life where you have to make a decision that's going to decide the course of your life? And you feel lost and confused and feel that it would be nice if someone sat with you and guided you on what to do and told you what to do so you are sure that you're moving towards the life you desire. Maybe it is a decision about your life partner, or about a new profession you want to take up, or about a relationship that isn't working very well. Whatever the case is, this 3-step process that I'm going to share with you will help you get the guidance that you need. The first step is self-connection. Remember that you already have all the answers that you need, but they are buried deep inside your subconscious mind. Of how to access this information. You have always had the key to this information. It is through your emotions. Your subconscious mind is always guiding you through how you feel, your feelings. For example, you're doing something and you feel fearful. You feel lost and you feel you have to put in a lot of effort and you feel guilt, then that means that you are moving away from your desired life. On the other hand, if you're doing something and you're feeling joyful, happy, creative, effortless, then that means you're moving towards the kind of life you desire. This guidance system is so amazing that even great people like Albert Einstein have talked about how they've used their subconscious mind to get the information and answers they needed. But the problem is that a lot of us have lost touch with our emotions. We have learned to mask our emotions and bury them because we are trying to fit in to a situation, or we are trying to catch up with the others. And when you lose touch with the inner guidance system, that's when you feel helpless and lost. There's a beautiful quote by Jiddu Krishnamurti. He says, "The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is." This is the time for you to connect with yourself and acknowledge the feelings that you're feeling. The second step is to release resistance. In the previous step, you started to acknowledge your feelings. In this step, you will identify the places where you're feeling resistance. For example, you want this person to say yes to you. You definitely want to get this job no matter what. You definitely want this relationship to work. Now, you are already pushing for things to be a particular way, and this will result in feelings like fear, anger, and that is where you will see this resistance, and you need to release it. When we resist change, it's like holding onto the riverbank while the current is pulling us downstream. It's much easier to let go and go with the flow. Eckhart Tolle. Let it go and tell yourself whatever is the best will happen, and whatever happens, happens for your best. Believe that your inner guidance system is guiding you for the ultimate good to happen. Don't attach with physical things and make that your goal. Your goal should be the ultimate feeling that you want to feel, the ultimate way that you want to spend this life. Feelings of freedom, peace, creativity, love, joy, fulfillment, and much more. And do not get fixated with a physical person, place, or thing. Just focus on the feeling. The third step is find inspiration. A lot of times we are driven in our life by motivation. Motivation is an external push. It's generally driven by the negative feelings like doubt, worry, fear. For example, you want your relationship to be successful because you are worried that you may not live up to the expectations of your family because your mother has an ideal successful relationship or your friend has a successful relationship and you're comparing with them. Or you definitely want to get this job because you are doubtful and you fear that you may not be able to provide to your family if you miss getting this job. On the other hand, working from inspiration is working from a pull that comes from inside of us, from within. And this generally is associated with positive emotions like freedom, joy, love, creativity, optimism, hopefulness. And when you do something out of inspiration, you learn to live in the moment and you achieve the results effortlessly and while you're enjoying the journey. Be more confident, comfortable, and just enjoy the flow. A quote by Wayne Dyer. He said, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." And when you follow these 3 steps, you will tune yourself into the frequency of your well-being. And when you do that, all the answers that you need will come to you. And they may come to you in any form at any time. Maybe when you are watching TV or when you are asleep or when you are talking to a friend or when you're walking, when you're driving. Well, you may ask how to know when you get these answers, how to be alert, how to understand that guidance system. Well, you don't need to do anything. Like I said, the subconscious mind and the inner guidance system will communicate with you through your emotions. And at that moment, when you receive your answer and you feel that emotion, you will have crystal clarity and you won't have any doubts. Well, we generally work on reconnecting with our inner self only when we face some big adversities or big issues and problems in our lives, when we feel helpless and, want to find answers. Unfortunately, that's the case. And that's also the case with me. I started working on myself when I was going through a very tough phase after I lost my mom and I was just totally shattered. But the good thing is, when you start working on yourself and when you tune yourself into that well-being mode, that magic is always working. A quote by Albert Einstein. He said, "There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. And the second is as though everything is a miracle." It got me a smile when I heard this because it was nice to know that a great scientist like Einstein believed in miracles. I know you must be thinking, it sounds like a fairy tale, it can't be true. But I was a very critical person myself. The moment I started working on myself, I have seen this magic work. I have seen so many great things happen to me and so many great experiences that I have experienced that this is real. So please put your doubts aside and do take the time and effort to connect with yourself, because it is absolutely worth all the time and effort taking that journey inward into your inner self. Well, if you like this content, do like, share, and subscribe. And if you think there is anything that I can improve in my future videos, please drop a comment and let me know, because your feedback is going to help me make improvements.